And I guess maybe this conversation is now leaning towards company culture because you
Yeah.
might have culture that promotes that kind of um, behavior or attitude, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that an organization might be at a point whereby you've got leaders in place that'll say, send it to that department, send it to this department. I need you to focus on this task. Let them send you the information. All good and well, but the what's the message behind that from a senior leader is what's not being said is that you putting the idea in your employees' head that they don't have to be proactive, like you said, they don't have to be curious. Whereas if a senior leader says, you know what, this data sits with quality, find out what
Yeah.
you can and get me the answer. That approach changes everything. And now
Great.
we're deviating a bit, but I mean, we're getting to some root cause analysis here. I mean, it's like that's probably what's causing all the disconnect that we're having. I mean, we might have a good understanding of all the different functions of WFM and all the different functions of the contact center, but they're not connected only because we have so many disconnects in terms of the understanding or maybe the words that are being used to
Mhm.
motivate the staff to get things done. I mean, we motivate them in a certain way whereby that message that they're receiving to them sounds like, okay, I need to get the job done, instead of let me get proactive and see how I can holistically close this task off. You know?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, um and we haven't even touched on the conversation about involving other departments like HR, and then it gets even more complicated. Who is responsible for what and who gets the data and who needs to ask for the data? And I don't know. It's just I don't know how to work around that
Hmm.
problem. Like, do we educate organizations individually? Do we create webinars? But it's a huge problem for me, and I genuinely think that WFMers should be paid more. Their role should sit higher in the organization because they oversee everything, and basically they create the foundation for your workforce to be available for your customers. So it's all starts with availability. So that's why for me, if you don't secure that first step, what kind of a customer experience are we talking about? If you can't meet anyone to speak to you, like where's the customer experience then?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think we need to rework the whole kind of roles and structure and where WFM sits in the organization.
You're exactly right. That's the strategy